Hey guys, it's CJ Miller. I'm in Shreveport, Louisiana. Um, so if you're one of my 7 followers, you should know uh, by now that I've got this really, really grand ego. And just to fixate on that grand ego, this is my first YouTube video uh, that I did October 15th. So just about a year ago, I got to thinking, flipping through, and it's like, oh well, I uh, had not done an anniversary video. So this is it's a little late. It's a couple of because I don't know, I didn't keep track of it. Uh, but yeah, it's been about a year, and it's actually kind of important because I was hopeful about moving in these apartments that they were working on, and then at some point. Uh, they opened the application. They opened the waiting list to start accepting applications, and then many, many months went by, and I didn't hear, and I thought maybe I didn't get the apartment. As a matter of fact, I was sure that I didn't get the apartment. And then months later, I did get the apartment. I got the call to go do the application, and everything worked out just fine. As a matter of fact, it was so close that I was within 2 days if I could get my uh, former landlord to accept the fact that I was moved, because it was like, because they're doing this the way that it's done, because so many people want this, it's like, oh, I wanted to be up and up, and I didn't want to have like 2 residents or anything like that, because it is like a rent controlled income based situation. And so it was like, you know if I could just get my previous landlord to agree to let me move out uh, on the final day that I needed to move in here, and the overlap was like 2 days. Like I had to be in the other uh, building for 2 days, but that landlord, that agreed to that 2 days wouldn't make a difference either way, and so it worked out. But yeah, I thought I was being so clever with the title. Uh, and I know it's I don't know if I did it, if I do this, if it's going to be, I don't think this camera records properly front facing like this. I think it flip flops it. Hello everybody. But I was thinking, I was being so clever, I thought, with the name of this, from the bottoms to the top, a sweaty constitutional. I was taking an evening constitutional stroll around, but I do just about every night if I can, and I was at the time going out every night. And then this neighborhood used to be called St. John's Bottoms, and in the late 1800s, it was the part of downtown that was uh, it was kind of going to be well, not kind of, it was the red light district. They knew that things of criminal natures were going to happen, racketeering, all that kind of good stuff, everything. But it was like, if it was in this perimeter, uh, that's the red light district. I don't know if decriminalization was the word, but I think the fines were heavier, and outside of it. So the whole idea was just trying to like push everything here, you know, and kind of like Storyville in New Orleans way back around that time also. So anyway, uh, so that's why I just then later on, St. John's Bottoms, we just started calling it the Bottoms. And when I was growing up, it was like, don't go. It was no longer a red light district, but all these places were dilapidated. But before I get into all that, let's just check this out, because I'm dying to. What was I doing? I just wanted to get this picture of this beautiful moon. It's almost in its Gibbons phase, so that's great. I'll explain that if I have time. What I want to talk about is, I don't see a moon at all. Right behind me, this development, these big, y'all see a moon? Apartments apartments that they're working on. There's 4 buildings just like this. There are 4 of them. And actually, now they're working on others. They're working on. Each one of these buildings, and there's 4 of them. Now, I'm a hopeful. I'm a prospect for one of these wonderful, beautiful apartments, and I hope I get one. We'll see. We'll see. But so all this land that's on the other side of me, they've actually like cleared that, and they have started building. Yeah, they've started building like more buildings for this development. It's going to be commercial and residential combined. So that's kind of neat. And then on the other side, at the simultaneous time, that's, you know, they are building a large building for senior citizens, you know. So I don't know if I ever get too old to live here. I guess I just move next door. You know, I don't know. I think I'm going to post this on my YouTube. Now, I'll do a quick little spiel about that. I had obviously a Facebook. I already gave you that spiel. Let's skip ahead. I don't really. Because he was discovered. What was I talking about? Okay, this whole neighborhood used to be what was called the Bottoms. I already talked about that. I don't really have any new material, do I? In jail, or serve out a prison sentence or something like that. What the hell am I talking about? If for some reason I don't get them, I think it's a really good thing, because the whole idea is to create a blended economic habitat. I still think that's going to be good. You know, yeah, just lasted a few years. Where I showed you, right behind that is the Millennium Studios, and I believe that's true. Okay, so that's right. That's right. Like I can go out to my little balcony and I can look right across the street at the Millennium Studios, at the backside of the building. Did I already talk about that? I don't remember. I know that around 2005 going forward, they, you know, after Hurricane Katrina, we got all of their movie business because the hurricane, you know, and so I don't want to say for, yeah, for 4 or 5 years or so. I mean, we really did. We had a lot of movies, so much so that they actually built 2 movie studios. Actually, they converted the old expo hall downtown. They converted that into for the movie The Guardian that Kevin Costner did. We did that for it was the largest water tank movie studio or something like that. And then of course the Millennium Studios here. So I don't know. Millennium. Yeah, Millennium Studios. Late at night, but maybe. These people won't mind if I step into the parking lot. I can't tell if I've lost weight or have. Being a pedestrian, I get better views. I don't think I've gotten fatter. I hope the diet's working. It's not for vanity. In this case, it's really not. It's for health reasons. You know, I need to maintain that. It's also, yeah, if I do, you know, it's all, yeah, whichever. Let me get my better angle. I don't know. I don't have a good side. Some people have a good side and a bad side. A profile. I really don't. Almost gone. It's not there anymore. Kind of like a real faded old picture might be. I feel like. I don't know. It was a big landmark though. Oh no! This is terrible. This is exactly how vain I am, guys. But looking at my profile, I think that I don't know. I think my waddle's a little bit less than in this video. You should never go back and watch your old stuff. If you're like me. But it's also a good idea to maintain stuff. And it's right next to downtown. So listen, I've got me here, I've got this here, and then I've got like a third reflection on my screen from the TV. So I'm watching myself 3 times over, which you can only, yeah, you'll see this, but you won't see. There me. I love myself. They're always having, especially during the fall award season. You love yourselves, folks, right? You got to. If you don't have fun with yourself doing things like this, you know. How you get along downtown, basically, or anywhere, really is to mind your own business. But you gotta mind your own business. What's going on is that a long time ago there was a development, an artist lofts opened up in the Lee Hardware building on the other side of downtown. I'm getting out of breath here. The United Jewelers building and then the Lee Hardware building. Okay? So I still have those glasses. I wear them a lot. I don't have that shirt anymore though. Life that would be less than that would be having no blight at all. And honestly, you know, it was so there was a. I think I still have that hat too. A minor dispute, and I had to call not the management. What am I going on about? And everything that we hope that we want to be. I don't think I have enough time to get over to the river, so I'm not going to do that. Did I get over to the river? I don't know. What did I do? And oh yeah, I walked over by the Strand Theater. Wow, I get around when I get to walking, don't I? Whatever happens, I'm very proud, very pleased to be part of the downtown Shreveport community. Downtown Shreveport. Me and my nasal hair. People succumb to the ways. That's right across the street from the Strands. Aggressive and is in our urban areas surrounding that because. So whatever. Okay, so I still believe in most of what I said. I do believe that cities and towns, they need to invest in their own aesthetics to attract businesses, but then also, just the overall, what's the word? It's coming to me. You know how sometimes you know the word that you want to say and then it slips your mind, but morale. Yeah, the overall morale of your town or your community or whatever. If you can invest in that, in the aesthetics of it, then you will get a better morale overall. I remember in the 80s, a lot of businesses left downtown Shreveport because the malls opened up. And that happened, nationwide. I think mid to small sized towns, we lost a lot of downtown. And so a lot of the buildings stood empty for a long time. And actually a lot of them still are down here, but then a lot of them started to get remodeled, bought and remade into, warehouse and loft style apartments. And gradually it became a little bit more artistically idealized, so that we don't have, it's not like, back in the day we had like the Woolworths and the Sears building and stuff like that. We don't have those department stores downtown anymore. Like when I was a little kid, we have places like Art Space, and we have some civic things, of course, the courthouse, and our state building is moving from a neighboring community back downtown. They're actually taking over one of the buildings and they're remodeling and they're rebuilding it now. So that's going to be good, because our police headquarters needed a renewal also. And so what I think they're doing is they're upgrading those buildings that have been there for a while, but are going to move those, the state building, the state business. It's going to move back downtown, whereas you would have to go, kind of away from downtown into a neighboring neighborhood of Highland to go to any, state business, uh, whatever you do with the state of Louisiana. Uh, so yeah, whatever. I haven't. When it's completed, I'm going to be excited about that because that's going to, the employees that work in the state building, they will be downtown. What does that mean? That means more lunch break business for some of the restaurants that open downtown, which is good. That means more revenue for sustaining downtown. And then we have more people coming to live downtown due to developments like Bayou Grand, that I did get the apartment, by the way. Obviously, I'm in it. Actually, I didn't get what I thought I was going to get. Went out for a 1 bedroom, and it turned out that they budgeted me for a 2 bedroom, and I was like, well, why not? The 2 bedroom has a little outdoor balcony that I like. That I would have loved the 1 bedroom also. I mean, I was grateful for the apartment that I had before I moved here, but it had grown into a dilapidated state, and I wasn't going to be able to continue living there for much longer. As a matter of fact, I only stayed as long as I did because I knew they were building here, and I knew as long as I stayed planted, there was a chance that I could get here. And when I didn't think I was going to get the apartment, I was in the process of looking for other residents. I wasn't going to be at that Fairmont for much longer, one way or the other. But that shouldn't go to imply that I wasn't grateful. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to do a little bit of rehashing. Same kind of stuff I've talked about in many of the videos since this one, but this is the first time that I've gone back and done this. Plus, I wanted to play with like some screen, uh, some screen mirroring effects and everything. So, yay! That didn't do anything. I can't tell if that brightens it or not. I think it does, but for me to see it, it looks terrible. Like for me, it looks like a big white out. And so, okay, well, my image there is timed out. Uh, as always, love and light, and have a good night. Bye.